This one will be rough. I gotta get my game face on. Y'all seem like a tough crowd. Alright. So, most of y'all know I'm BB, as Miss Emily introduced me. And so, if you don't know, I was brought to Children's because I used to race dirt bikes at a national level versus some of the best kids. There? Okay. And so, as you know, Children's is a great place, and that's where I was actually airlifted because I suffered from a huge traumatic brain injury from racing motocross. So motocross was a great sport. I loved it, but we all knew things could happen. But everyone has that mentality and that they're like, reality won't happen. It's not going to be me who gets hurt. There's kids around you. There's a kid who just recently died racing woods on a motorcycle. So we know it's going to happen, but we didn't think it was going to happen to us. So I was airlifted to Children's of Alabama, and I was there for 2 weeks going through PT, OT, and a bunch of amazing programs that Children's provided for me. But one of those programs that I really loved was called Child Life. Child Life was a great center, and it just provided everything. I had games, I had video games, I had board games, I had things that I can color on, everything like you as a kid did. And Child Life comes from donations. So when I think of $1 million, I'm thinking of, a nice house in Hawaii, maybe a yacht to go sail around the world or something. No. You as people, when you hear $1 million, you're like, I'm not going to use this for me. Even though I took time out of my life to put towards getting money for this hospital, I'm going to give it to other people. And not even just people, I'm going to give it to kids. Like, these kids don't know what to do with it, so it has to go to children. These people at Children's are helping the kids. So if you think about it, y'all are doing something pretty spectacular, so give yourself a round of applause. And as I said, you're helping bring the Connect 4. We all know the game Connect 4, right? You gotta get 4 in a row. So, that game, I love that game, personally. I couldn't have that game in Child Life every day to bring my spirits up after PT and OT if it weren't for your donations. Because the hospital, as you know if you've been, or just the doctor in general, when you think of the hospital, you think of shots, IVs, surgery, all these things that are painful, horrible, and some of us might even use the word that I don't like to talk about very much, but torture. And that's what I thought of the hospital at the time. But Child Life changed that mentality. So y'all produce Child Life on what I see to be the best part of the hospital. No offense, Emily's, I love you too. But just these things, simplest games at Child Life. But there's one more thing I gotta bring up, and that's pastoral care. Okay, so I didn't go to church every day because I was going to race motocross every weekend. So I hadn't forgotten Jesus, I hadn't forgotten God. But I kind of had forgotten the meaning after what had happened to me. So, as I said before, it's not going to be me. And at the time, I'm like, thank God for bringing me into this amazing sport that I love. But at the time, I was second guessing him. And it wasn't anything that anyone wants to go through. But pastoral care brought a pastor to me in my room a couple days of the week. And we would just talk about what I'm feeling inside, how I'm feeling about my day, and just what I'm thinking about, things from religion to just emotions to mental things to physical things, from PT, OT, it can be anything to do with my day. He would always find a way to relate it to Jesus, God, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it. But this amazing person that no one has seen, but they know. So, if it weren't for him, I'd still be second guessing myself because I would be thinking, he put me in this horrible position. But if you think about it, that horrible position, horrible, that he put me in has brought me here today to talk to y'all and get to spread the word about donations to Alabama and be the ambassador for Children's of Alabama. And guess where pastoral care comes from? You. So that $1 million can go to 1 million kids for pastoral care. Okay, so if you think about it, that's I can't even count. That's amazing. Like, we only had like 600,000 come into the hospital last year. That's not even all of a million. So just imagine 400,000 more kids still can get pastoral care, child life, Connect 4. I mean, from y'all's donations and everyone else's. But that pillar that you just got this morning, right? That's just symbolic. It's what it means to you and what it means to me. I can see that pillar walking to Children's Hospital every day. But when an average citizen or person sees that, they don't really comprehend what it means. But now when we walk by it as UADM, the 1,500 people included in this, they know what it means. They know the hard work that y'all went through to get there. And everyone who put their time and life into this one place to be for the kids. So it's amazing, unbelievable, insane, ecstatic. I'm ecstatic that y'all raised $1 million. So next year, I already got plans, you know. So I say raise another $1 million. Okay, you got me? I got you. I can bring you cake. I'll do whatever to bribe you. Let's just get another $1 million. Can y'all promise me that? Or we can try, at least try. Alright?
Yeah! I'll do it,
So now we're gonna get to the fun part, okay? So I'm just gonna assume that y'all like dancing, okay? Because you know, dancing marathon, I have dance in it. So I'm gonna get y'all to stand up. You know, I'm sorry, you gotta stand up. Okay, I'm gonna teach you a dance. Me, myself, is a very simplistic person. I'm not very complicated, unless it comes to bicycles. But, so, and spending money. But, when I dance, I'm pretty simple, okay? So just, you know, disco, you know? And I have a signature move now, okay? Do y'all want to learn it? Yes. Okay, so first, we're going to put our hands like this. You just cross your hands. Ready? It's really hard. You're not going to get a first try, okay? So ready? Just tap your foot. It's all in one step. Ready? That's it. Right there. Okay? You got me? So now we're all going to do it. Ready? I'll give you a little beat. You got to do it too. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Beautiful. See what I mean? Round of applause, though. Years of trying to get $1 million. You know what I mean? So I was also having an idea. I might stage dive, but you know I forgot my helmet, so I can't do that. So I was thinking I might do it at UADM. You know, the big fit. Wait. You gotta promise me one thing. You're gonna give your hardest to raise money this entire year for the rest of your life, including UADM. And you might get a stage dive if you know I'll have a helmet that time. So just give yourself another round of applause for $1 million.